I said, if you have any other questions, then maybe you should, ask management. You should ask, the certain people that were in charge. I tried to put it in a certain way, but she seemed to have gotten offended, which I don't know why she would be offended, because of course it seemed like there was some confusion as to how, they're questionable of how to dress. So yeah, I would think she would dress more professional. That would be indicative of someone that would work in the office. Okay, just like I wouldn't be wearing, it's not required for me to wear a suit or dress shoes or whatever that she would possibly have to wear, okay, because she works in the office. I'm more casual, gym shoes. For my job, within this particular employee handbook, which I just simply, when she started to feel some kind of way, I just kind of tried to take the better way out, and I said, well, just apply, just read the handbook. And she said, it doesn't say anything in there. And I said, yes, it does say that. She wanted me to give her an example. Now, I have a bad memory, and I'm not sitting over here memorizing the entire employee handbook, which was quite, pretty big. But I know for my job description, no open-toe shoes, because of the fact people are in wheelchairs, walkers, and different things, and you can actually hurt your feet. Okay, no, obviously no short shorts, things so that I would consider would be common sense. Spaghetti strap, revealing clothes, which I'd seen some people wear some pretty revealing clothes to work with the disabled. I don't know. I always thought that was common sense, but neither here nor there. But yeah, the context of it. Eventually, I think she figured it out more or less. So anyway, cleanliness of the hair, nails, teeth, and breath should be maintained for personal health. It also demonstrates self-refinement, if you will. When one puts forth the effort of personal grooming and neatness, okay, an acceptable self-respect is maintained. Personal hygiene, cleanliness, and appropriate, see, that's what I'm talking about, appropriate dress. How you're going to dress at home, how you dress at the beach, when you go out, if you're going to a club, if you're going to meet your family, if you're going to go to church, if you're there's different settings and environments. I thought people may already know that, but I don't know if that still exists. I don't know. You guys let me know if that still exists. A lot of things are happening, or in this case, not happening, and I've seen some outlandish things. So that's how I was raised, and that's the generation that I come from. You dress a certain way for certain functions. Okay, you just don't wear Daisy Dukes or something for everything, or I don't know, a cat suit, or I've seen so much crazy stuff. I'm just like, you just thinking, doesn't this person know that you're not supposed to wear that? Some things I don't think are actually some of the stuff I've seen, not necessarily at my job, previous jobs, just outfits in general. I'm thinking, I don't know what's the right place that they could ever wear it. I mean, like, I don't know where it even comes from. So it's just interesting what people say and what they actually think. So wearing appropriate dress for every occasion, okay, can help set the mind on a higher plane. Alright, so this is the second segment. So this is what I'm going to touch on. So I don't know why, but lately I've been coming across things online, on social media, and as well as Miss Mary telling me something that she had actually seen on the news. This has been some weeks ago, that they're actually talking about older people and them smelling, okay, not in a good way, smelling, and she felt some type of way about it. So actually, when I actually went on the computer, our desktop computer, different things started to pop up, and they were sure enough seemed like older people and what they called old people smell. Now, I'm just going to touch on it here because I didn't really read any of the articles, and I just saw someone holding their nose, a younger person, and actually in one of them I actually seen like a still picture, a thumbnail picture of actually an older person pinching their nose and spraying air freshener. That was interesting. Okay, like I said, just my personal opinion without reading any of these articles. And as a woman of a certain age, throughout your life, you're going to smell different, okay? As a woman, okay, depends on if you're a mother, you gave birth, where you are in your life. As a baby, you're going to have that baby smell, okay? Babies smell good, but babies can sometimes smell bad, okay? Okay, it's not all baby powder, baby magic, Johnson & Johnson it up, okay? But do babies, when they are fresh, smell phenomenal? But then when babies do bodily functions, not smelling so great. Just keeping it real, keeping it a buck, keeping it 100, okay? Keeping it 1,000. Okay, so we all have our fresh moments, and at other times, the unfresh moments, okay? It comes with the territory, whether you're older, whether you're younger, whether you are anywhere in between, okay? It comes down to what? Personal hygiene, what you eat, okay? What you're doing. If you're doing any kind of sports, exercise, or anything, you're gonna stink. Okay, that's just what it is. Then the second layer to this is that I started to come I was watching something with Miss Mary, and they were talking about women. This is from men, okay, who were talking about women who get certain procedures done, meaning BBLs, okay? So I looked at one particular video with Miss Mary, and, well, actually two, okay? It was two African-American, separate videos, African-American men who were talking about their experiences with women who'd had some kind of surgery, specifically BBLs, okay? And that something was not, they were looking right, but they weren't smelling right. So yet again, okay, so I always thought that when you are going to be close to people, if you get what I mean, a grown woman would know that she needed to, I'm just going to say, freshen up, okay? But evidently, there's some females out here that don't know that, okay? And it might be indicative of what they've had done, and whatever. For everything, there's a side effect, okay? There are things that go along with it, okay? But the impression that I personally got from just these two videos is that that these grown women should have known to freshen up, whether you have a BBL or not. If you're going to be close to a male in that way, you need to freshen it up, okay? You got to freshen it up. These two men had to tell the women to freshen it up, and I was kind of scratching my head, and I'm thinking, is this how we're getting down out here, that we don't know as women that we need to freshen it up? I don't know. I thought that was common sense. Like I said, I put a lot of value on common sense, but as someone told me a while back, common sense is actually not common, even though they call it common sense. So it's a lot of people making comments about the state of personal hygiene right now, okay? And some people, okay, believe that this is what we're getting up to. So something that I wasn't aware of until recently, this is the third thing about personal hygiene, is that the reason why people are not as fresh as they should be, some people believe that it's because they're not fresh because they're using washcloths. And specifically, they said that washcloths are for poor